a record of this, and I'm going to bring up my first training this afternoon or this morning that we're going to go through. And I want you guys to have your pads, your pencils, and we are about to get started. So, again, let me welcome each of you. I'm going to leave the lines open as they are right now. Everyone can hear me. Is that correct? Someone?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Very good. Very good. I want to take a moment also to commend you guys that are on the phone right now. We're going to have others that are joining later on, as we always do. Unfortunately, many people do join about a minute or two or three or four or 5 or 10 minutes late. But we're going to work with them on that. We're going to help them to fix that, okay? But I want to say kudos and praises and props to each of you early birds that are here for the start of the training to your global multi-million dollar business opportunity. Again, this is Marianne's baby boy, Harry Flint, and I am literally jacked out of my God given skull this morning. So, things are happening great for our company. They just keep getting better and better. And, folks, I'm so glad that you're with us. I'm so very, very glad that you're with us. So, again, BYOPP, get that pad and pencil out, and let's get ready to talk about how to drive our business. I'm doing the training here this morning from my birthplace, known as Pantego, North Carolina, and so that's why I'm always concerned about the connection because we're really in the deepest known boondocks on the planet. We're very close to something called the Outer Banks of North Carolina. But this is where I had my wonderful start. So I'm home here with family. I have close, dear friends and family with me at this training, sitting at the kitchen table with me. So I'm going to about to drop it like it be hot. So again, Saturday, July 25th. Tomorrow is my born day. So if somebody want to do something about it, let me know. Okay. Let's get into it. This morning, today, our training. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk on two focus points this morning or this afternoon. Number one, the proper admin settings to maximize growth in your four corners opportunity. Focus point number two, the schedule of time to build your business. Now, folks, let's get into it. This is the first time I'm doing this training to this particular group. Many of the trainings I've done in the past were repeated. As you come onto the line, let's kind of monitor the noise. You guys are doing much better with that. Just mute your phone. Everyone knows how to do that to keep that noise down and away from everybody else. I like to keep the lines open because this is training. And one facet of training is asking questions. Asking questions and conversating and exchanging communication, that's a part of how we learn. When I was going to school, I didn't like lectures. I learned better when there was an exchange, where there was some feedback. So I'm not a big fan of just lecturing. I like to be able to stop sometimes and see how you're doing and entertain questions and provide clarity if needed so that we are thoroughly understanding. Okay, so let's get into our training today. All right, number one, Four Corners Opportunity is the most unique in its automated design. Now, listen to me very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. I challenge you to press pause on your life right now and give me your undivided attention. Because I'm about to blow you away with some things that many of you may know, but let's just say I'm going to remind you of some things. Number one, Four Corners, again, is an opportunity that is most unique in its automated design. Pay attention. Watch this. We have controls as to whether our business grows or not, and if it grows, how it grows. Listen to those words. We are in control. Number three, we also can choose which or all of the seven income streams to participate. We can choose all by the flick of a few switches. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard come out of my mouth, no other company on planet Earth can make those claims. That's how unique, that's what most unique means. No one else can make the claims that you're looking at on the screen right now. all by the flick of a few switches. Let's get into it. Number one, many of you may know this, others of you may not. All of you should know this. This is a link to your website. Now, you're looking at mine right now. If you look at RESINTL3, that is the name of my personal business website. Now, I'm going to show you how to capture yours. Real simple. Many of you don't know this. Some of you do, but all of you should. But after I finish talking to you today, all of you will. So here we go. Let's get into it. When you go to your site, by that click there, okay, what I do is I cut and paste that. I went to it, and then to make it easier for me to get to no matter where I am on my computer at any time, I bookmark it. You guys know how to bookmark your site? Well, bookmark it. That way I can always go to my bookmarks and hit that, and boom, I go right to my homepage. That's my homepage. Your homepage looks exactly like that. Please listen. Okay? Please listen. This is my homepage. It looks exactly like yours. This is a very polished, professional-looking, 5-star management back office. Tells you everything you want to know about your business from anywhere on the planet. You click on Member Login. You come to this screen. You key in your site name and your password that only you should know, and voila. You come to your what we call the dashboard. Now, first, I'm going to go through the settings because remember, back here, I said we have controls as to whether our business grows or not, and if it grows, how it grows. We can choose which or all of the 7 income streams to participate. No other business on planet Earth today can make these claims. We are most unique in its design. Let me warn you, it is not going to stay that way. Right now, it's as good as it gets right here. But eventually, because success leaves clues, there will be other companies out there to copy our company. Just like over 100 years ago, were there never a first Coca-Cola, there would have never been a Pepsi-Cola. Pepsi-Cola copied Coca-Cola. Today, over 100 years later, there are hundreds of thousands of soda pop companies, and they're all making millions, if not billions of dollars per year. But when Coca-Cola got started in the late 1800s, the word soda did not even exist. There was no such thing as soda or soda pop. They created an industry that was not there. 4 Corners, timing. Timing. 4 Corners is doing something that has never existed before in marketing business. And God has blessed you to be here now. Let's get busy. Here we go. These are the settings I want you to be aware of that you must have. This first setting is called your product settings. What does this mean? Okay. Notice you can set it anywhere from 1 through 6. This allows automatic upgrades to level 6 as commissions are earned. You want this setting. If you set it to, for example, 3, then your system will only automatically move you through level 3 as commissions are earned. Set it to 6. You want this setting. Okay. Next setting. Each of your personal enrollees will start at level 3 if you select your join product settings at number 3. Now, anyone that goes to your site and starts under you will automatically start for $54.60 at level 3. That is the preferred start. Do they have to start there? Absolutely not. If they want to start at product 1 for $18, no problema. You just have to send them your product link to allow them to start at $18. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Next setting you want to have. This setting is key, ladies and gentlemen. So key, I'll say it again. This setting is key. It's called the monthly newsletter setting. It should be set to on. This setting will put and keep you on the monthly newsletter as commissions are earned, which has a residual income up to $76,000 per month. Now, here's something to help you decide as to whether it should be off or on. If you want no part of $76,000 a month, set it off. If you want any part of $76,000 a month, turn it on. Just that simple. Next setting is the story and marketing. It should be set to on. This setting will put and keep you on the monthly story and marketing as commissions are earned, which has a residual income of up to $54,000 a month. If you want no part of $54,000 a month, if that offends you, turn it off. If you are open to some fraction of $54,000 a month every month, turn it on. Now, these two settings are not bills. They're not charges. They do not ever hit your pocketbook. They do not hit your credit card. These are not charges. These are only done out of the commissions you've earned. If you've earned no commissions to cover these income streams, it doesn't bother you. So set them on. Ladies and gentlemen, set them on. And just because I'm in a good mood today, I'll say, please set them on. Don't think about it, just push on. Afterwards, be certain to click the update button so that they take effect. We're setting our business up, ladies and gentlemen, in autopilot. No other business can give you this option. Set it up in autopilot. Let's keep going. Next, on your dashboard, left side of your dashboard, after you log in to your back office, you'll see this, right? Here's what you're going to see: your website referral links. Here is where I cut and paste my personal site, and you can put it in an email, send it out to anyone on the planet. They click on it, they go to your site. You got your settings in place, you're about to get paid. Okay? Your retail store. Some of you know this, some of you don't. All of you should, but after this training, all of you will. Your retail store. Many of you don't know that you have a retail store. That right there is your link. I showed you that earlier. Here is your retail store. You can market and sell each of our products to anyone on the planet. This, as it says here on the screen, is your seventh income stream. That's a 25% markup. Now, I've highlighted for you because I like you, because we're a team, because I care about your success. I'm showing this to you so you can see the difference. Many of you are going to have to lean forward, get closer to your screen, closer, closer still. Look at the Platinum newsletter, where you would pay $29.95. You can sell that to someone. They pay $39.95. That's a 25% markup. All you have to do is send them your retail store link. This is what they see. For product Financial Literacy 1, you paid $10. The retail is $16, 25% markup. This is an additional income stream if you so choose. Now, let me keep it real. I have yet to sell one of these products. Okay? I sell the opportunity. Okay? But if I wanted to, I could shift, put more energy as you could into maybe marketing these products. I personally don't like selling. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Some of you don't know that. I've had people tell me, man, you are a great salesperson. Oh, really? I can't stand selling. I offer the opportunity and let people sell themselves to it. But these are our products. Notice Financial Literacy 6. $300 for you, $399 if you were to retail it. That's almost $100 you pick up. 25% income stream. I just want to show this to you. It's your choice. I just want to provide you the knowledge. It is up to you to act or apply that knowledge. Let's keep it going. Here is your product links. Remember I showed you back this earlier? Let's go back to it. This is your product links. When you click on your product links, here's what you're going to see. It's going to pop up another window. Although you're only seeing 2, 3, 4, 5 here, you're going to see 6 products pop up. What we recommend is that because of your settings at product 3, this is what people will start at. This allows you to send them whatever link they want to start at. Automatically, they will start at level 3, product 3. But if they want to start at $18, you just click on product 1 and you can cut and paste that link and send it to them. That way they'll be starting for $18 and not $54.60. There's a team in Malaysia that only allow people to work with them if they can start at level 6. They pay the whole $600 to get started with that team. We're not as forceful. We're nicer. We let you start at level 3. And we know why we do that. Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. I like my Bruce Lee. Some of you don't know who Bruce Lee is, but I threw this in here to help you adjust your thinking. Okay? Because so often, as I was growing up in school, and as you have as well, some people still say that knowledge is power. It was in this industry that I learned from a mentor that I had been lied to by all my teachers and professors. Knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that changes your life. It's applied knowledge that changes things. As I like to say, think about this. What good is knowing something if you're not going to use it? It does you no good. So, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Go get him, Bruce Lee. Let's keep going. Also, very, very key, since we're talking about back office. Too many of you have not done this. Some of you have. Some of you know about this. Some of you don't. All of you should. But after this training, all of you will. On your back office, after you log in, click on Getting Started. This will take you to the awesome videos describing the back office. It looks kind of like this. Look at that. I tell you something, folks. As I talk about this training today, these details, the back office, I'm practically sitting here salivating, needing a Kleenex tissue because I'm drooling at how beautiful this is designed, how brilliantly this is put together, how simple this is. Honestly, how simple this is. Oh my God. If you just want to do it, that's all you need is have a desire. You don't need any education. You don't need any degrees. You don't need to pass the test. You don't even need to be liked. If you just have a desire to win. Let's keep it going. When you go to click on Getting Started, if you look over here on the right as I'm highlighting with my cursor, it gives you 5 steps. As you do each one, it will automatically be marked completed. Look at the first one, verify address. It hurts me. It's almost embarrassing to have to say this, but because I care about you, because I want you to win, I will be uncomfortable and say the things that's not comfortable for me to say. But many of you on this call have never even verified step 1. I know because I inspect what I expect. I can look into my personally sponsored list and see that many of you have no cell phone number out there. Okay? Your email is not correct. You got one email indicated in your back office, but you tell me your email is something else. Okay? So check that out. Simply verify the address. And if you look at these videos, it'll tell you how to do that anyway. Number 2, Starian profile. They got some great Very short, 2, maybe 3 minutes. Some of them are just 1 minute and a few second videos explaining to you your Starian global marketing system. You are the CEO of a multi-million dollar business, global. How dare you be okay with not knowing the basics? That is not acceptable. It's just not. Okay, we're going to get more into that. Your settings. I just showed you the settings. There's a video here that shows you the settings. Once you go through it, it marks it completed. Again, we're talking about 2 minute videos. Number 4, withdrawal requests. You know how many people ask me, well, how do I get my money? That's a good question. But if you really wanted to know and you were not perpetrating a fraud, you were not pretending to want to know, but you really wanted to know, you watch the video. Withdrawal request. It shows you how to get your money. And step 5 is what you're looking at right here, the back office tour. Beautiful videos done by Mr. David Harrison, our CEO and founder. I want to encourage you, as I'm saying here, you must watch your back office tour videos. Ladies and gentlemen, that's on you. That's on you. Some of you are not even embarrassed enough to ask some of the most basic questions. But you should ask. If you don't know, you don't know. But I'm trying to resolve that for you. I don't want you to not know. And if you don't know, I want you to know that you don't know so that you find out. Let me leave that alone. Okay, let's go ahead. Next, support. Many times there are issues, a problem. This happens, that happens. Nothing with the functionality of your business. This is perfect. Everything happens in this business exactly as it's designed to happen. Never a mistake has been made in that regard. Never, not one time. Again, no other company can make this claim. We're automated. Perfect for a person that has a full plate, a busy schedule. But where there's some issues, questions you need clarity on, click on the support ticket right here as I'm showing you. Click on support. This is right in your back office. That opens up a support ticket. It's right on your dashboard window. Now watch this. Here's what you get. It opens up another window. Very simple. Here you can submit a support ticket to resolve an issue. Now I'm letting you see mine. Here's one I had a few months ago where I didn't receive my 1099. I opened up a support ticket. Hey, where's my 1099? I found out they went to an old address that I had had. My bad, because I hadn't changed my address in my system. So they sent my 1099 to the wrong address. So, open up support ticket. They responded. They resent it to the proper address. Here's another one. I changed my email, and I wasn't getting my email. I said, hey, why am I not getting my email? They resolved it, and it was marked closed. I entered the subject. You enter your text message here, what the problem is, and then you click submit. Just that simple. Our support ticket is 5-star. Support process is 5-star. They will get back to you in that day or the next day, I promise you. They're very thorough in that regard. We should all give it up for Mr. David Harrison and his support team. Okay, folks, let me just say something to you. You're listening, and that's good. We're kind of quiet today, but I'm hearing just a little bit of conversation in the background. Whoever that is, just mute yourself, and so that it doesn't bother anybody else. I hope you heard that. Okay, let's keep continuing. Okay, great. Fantastic. Now we're cooking with grease. We're all set. Everything's ready to go. Now, let's just take the time to work smart. There's my man Bruce Lee again. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Go get him, Bruce Lee. Let's continue. Now, I want to thank one of my business partners out of the ATL, Mr. Stanser Novak Young. He prompted me. He is the reason you're hearing my voice discuss this right now. We were talking probably about a month ago, about details. And I have so much respect for this gentleman. He is an up and coming leader on a global scale. For those of you who know him, I'm sure you know what I mean. For those of you who don't, add it to your business goal to get to know Mr. Stancer Novak Young. I've known of this gentleman from the standpoint of business associations for more than 20 years. Him and his family, his wife, beautiful young man. Great. Listen, we were talking about a month ago, and he got me to thinking about the gory details of a schedule to really become successful in business. How do you help people understand, he said, how they got to do the business? And I went deep into thought for weeks to see, hey, how can I help you guys understand this? And I started thinking, I said, for those of you right now hearing me, I want to take you back to a place where maybe at some point in your life you went to a big conference, maybe a convention, a marketing convention. And I want you to know that maybe you sat in that big, beautiful air conditioned room with all kinds of music and entertainment going on, and maybe there were 20,000 people in that room. Notice there were only 15 to 20 people that went across the stage. Hmm, he said. Maybe there was 40,000 people in the facility, but yet only 15 to 20 people went across the stage. Think about that. It's like those 15 to 20 people put those 40,000 people in the room. What's the difference? It's the same 15 to 20 people that go across the stage. They recognize you for this, they recognize you for that. Who did this? Who did that? And here they come, the same 15 to 20 people. Yet everybody in that room is jumping up and down and having hallelujah breakdowns like they're getting paid. They're rolling in dough like a baker's knuckles. And many of them leave the convention and have to go to a hotel room with 8 and 10 other people. But they're excited. They're jacked out of their minds. Well, pay attention. I'm going to show you right now why, in a facility with 40,000 individuals screaming and hollering, only 15 to 20 people go across the stage. I hope and pray, dear God, that I got your undivided attention. Even if only 3 of you get this, you 3 are about to roll in dough like a baker's knuckles. The rest of you, in the discussion. Schedule time. Watch this. Here we go. How important is the success of your business to you? Now, I put this next statement in red because it's danger. It's scary. It's hard to say. But I'm going to read it to you. Only you can answer that. There is no help, no coaching, no answers in any book, no magic, no anything but your own desire and passion. I'm sorry. But how important is the success of your business to you? Only you can answer that. Now, for the good news. Your own desire and passion is all you need. Absolutely all you need. Here's why I say that. Question. Do you have a real desire and passion to succeed in your business? Let me ask that question again. Do you have a real desire and passion to succeed in your business? Well, let's take a look at how you handle things that are important to you now. Watch this. Showing up at your job 5 to 6 days a week. Wow. Something to think about. How do you handle that? Many of you, your feet might hit the floor at 1 hour. It may be an hour or more before you show up at your job. What are you doing for that 1 or 2 hours before you even show up? 5 to 6 days a week. This is every day. What are you doing? You know what you're doing? Whatever that is, whatever time your feet hit the floor to the time you show up, be it an hour or 2 hours, you are doing whatever is important to you. You are doing what you have to do. Here's something else: doing your job, like it or not. This is what you're already doing for things that are important to you. Think about that. Whether you like it or not, doing your job. Here's something else: taking time to eat every day. I heard someone say every day.
Somebody in the background.
Taking time to eat every day. Somebody's in the background got a little something going on. Can you help us, please? Mute your phone, okay? Just a little bit, not much noise. For the most of you, you're doing great. But one person got a little something going in the background, and it's affecting everybody else who's trying to pay attention. We call this phone etiquette. Playing team, together, everyone achieves more. So work with us. Great. Thank you very much. It's kind of quieter now. Thank you. Taking time to eat every day. Now I want you to think about it just for a second. Not long. But this is something you do every day. Every day. Why do you do this? You know why? Because taking time to eat is important to you. You don't need any coaching. No one has to encourage you. You don't need any help. You don't read any book for instructions. You take time to eat every day because it's important to you. Watch this. Time for personal hygiene. Every day. Every day. Why do you do this every day? Because personal hygiene is important to you. No one has to make you brush your teeth. No one has to make you take a bath. You do this every day because taking time to do it is important to you. You don't need a book. You don't go to a school. Are you getting the point? My friends, I care about you. I want you to win. Okay, watch this. Your responsibility to and for your children. Think about that. What kind of things do you do every day in responsibility to and for your own children? Why do you do it? Because it's important to you. You make time to do what you have to do because it's important to you. What about your church or spiritual obligations? Sunday mornings when it's time to go to church, are you there? You get up in the morning, you do what you have to do to prepare, you iron your clothes, you get dressed, make sure there's gas in the car, make sure your ride is picking you up. Whatever those items are, it's none of my business. But you do what you have to do for the things that are already important to you. And no one urges you to do it. You've been given God-given abilities to do what you know you must do for things that are important to you, whatever they are. What about TV, sports, leisure activities? How much each week? You do them. I know sometimes I say I don't watch TV, but I watch TV. It's on. I turn it on. I don't watch series of TV anymore, but there are times that I watch TV when my Knicks are playing, when my New York Giants are playing football. Steph Curry doing his thing, handling that ball. I stop. I put all things else on hold. I got to watch my game a little bit.
It is, you know.
That's important to me. I make time to watch my games when they're on because it's important to me. So now, what if you treated your business with that same level of importance? Just what if? Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, listen to me now. What if you treated your business with that same level of importance? Just what if? Here's what Bill Clinton said:
More
our
people.
lives will be limited or lifted by whatever is important to us.
But I like as a
So,
teacher, I like the idea.
back to that question:
Mm-hmm.
how important is the success of your business to you?
So when I do this on Tuesday night,
Okay, let me pause for a second.
we,
I got a gentleman that's having a very important conversation, and we can hear you. Okay, thank you. You just got quiet. We appreciate that. Just hit your phone, mute. I don't want to say don't talk, but just mute your phone so it doesn't interrupt those of us that's trying to stay focused here. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Okay, continuing. Let's go here. Back to that question. How important is the success of your business to you? Here we go. With hundreds of thousands and even millions on the table, is 5 to 10 hours a week worth it to you? Is 10 to 15 hours a week worth it to you? Is 20 to 25 hours a week worth it to you? Is 25 to 30 hours a week worth it to you? Now we're going to be cooking with some grease. Let's look at some business activities here. Saturday webinar training. That's 60 to 90 minutes a week. That's where you are right now. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday morning. I generally am about an hour. Sometimes my passion overflows and I'll go maybe 10 to 15 minutes over. I'm always kind enough to ask for your forgiveness. But what if I go an hour and a half? That's your Saturday training. Let's look at another business activity. 10 peaks a day, 6 days a week. That's 50 minutes a day or 5 minutes per peak. What I'm doing right now for you is breaking it down like a fraction, as my man Bernie Mac used to say. I'm going to break it down for you like a fraction. Now check it out, folks. Let's keep it real. 10 peaks a day, 6 days a week. I do 7, but I'll say 6 days a week. That's 50 minutes a day if you're taking 5 minutes per peak. I did an example for some of the leadership on this past Monday night. I went through a complete conversation. Call them up. I'm in a hurry. Ain't got time. Glad I got you. Hey, real quick, I'm about to step into the doctor's office. I'm here at an appointment. I'm about to get outside of my car. I thought of you. Had to shoot this quick question to you. Hey, if there was a way to take $54 one time out of pocket and turn it into over $500,000, would you want to know about it? Yes or no? Hurry up. It doesn't take 5 minutes to ask that question. That's it. I don't care whether they say yes or no. I don't care. All I want is a decision. Here's something else. 10 follow-ups a day, 6 days a week. That's 2 hours a day, or 10 minutes per follow-up. Like Bernie Mac, I'm going to break it down for you like a fraction. 10 follow-ups a day, 6 days a week. That's 2 hours a day, or 10 minutes per follow-up. Here's something else. Email or communication checks per day. I say 20 to 35 minutes per day, or significantly less. But you got to stay in the know. You got to check your emails. Log on to your back office once or twice a day. See what's happening. It takes maybe only a few minutes, but I'm just saying 20 to 35 minutes per day. I don't think, honestly, I really don't think I spend 20 minutes a day checking my email and checking for communication. I don't. But I'm giving it to you so you can kind of get an idea of how to schedule your time. Here's something else. Contact list management, 15 to 20 minutes per day. I put this here, ladies and gentlemen, because your list and my list is never complete. I'm always adding to my list process. My list is not a physical list. What I have is a folder where I throw pieces of paper, business cards into. That's my contact list management. You know, I don't know who I'm going to meet later on today. I'm going to leave here in a little while. I'm going to ride with my family member. We're going to go into the town of Washington, North Carolina. Okay? I don't know who I'm going to meet there. I'm always talking, saying hello to somebody, particularly if they are nice looking people. I'm going to say hello, right? I don't know who I'm going to meet today. I don't know. And neither do you. So we're always adding to our list. I say that to you, my friends, because so many of us so easily, so quickly say, man, I don't talk to everybody I know. That's not even possible. It's not possible. But even if it were possible, and you did, who might you meet in the next hour? Okay, so you keep up with your list. Your team communication per week. I'm saying 2 hours per week. Just to communicate with your team. To give them a call. Hey, hey, Tony, what's happening, man? I hadn't talked to you in a couple of days. Just wanted to give you a quick call. How you and your family doing? How's your wife? How's Nicole doing? Hadn't talked in a little while. Hey, man, just checking with you. Have any questions? How's the business going? Good. I might not get Tony. So I leave him a message. Hey, Tony, just want to leave you a quick message, man. Miss talking to you. Miss hearing your voice. Tell Nicole, your little Dr. Nicole, your little daughter. Tell her I says hello. Tell her I miss her. Okay? How's your mom doing? Hey, man, when you get a moment, give me a shout back. Just want to know that you're doing well. Communicate with your team. Send out an email to them. Make sure they got the email. That's communication. Now, I'm going to change these business activities to successful business activities just by putting some time to do them. Notice, these are the activities. But now for you, because I care about you, because I have a responsibility toward you, because I need to tell you the truth, these are the activities. But now I'm going to turn them into successful activities because I'm going to assign some time to them. And again, I want to thank my man, Mr. Novak Young, out of Atlanta, Georgia, for making me do this for you. So, your Saturday webinar training, 1 hour per week. 10 peaks per day, 6 days a week, 50 minutes a day, 5 minutes per peak. That's a total of 6 hours per week. Now, you don't have to do these hours like this. So don't get it twisted, okay? I'm just being real with you. But I want to give you an idea of how you can do all you can do. You may not have to do all these hours. Maybe you cannot do it because we all got the same amount of time. You know, I'm a diabetic now. For the last number of years, I'm a diabetic. That means I've got to do certain things to manage my diabetes. Now, just because I was diagnosed as a diabetic, God didn't give me a 25th hour in the day so I can take care of my diabetes. He didn't give me an 8th day of the week so I can take care of my diabetes. It's not a case of, nah, 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 nah. I got 8 days a week. You ain't got but 7. I got 8 days a week. You got 7. It ain't like that. Let's keep it real. I still got 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I don't have more time than you just because I got to take time to take care of my diabetes. I've got to make some life adjustments. I've got to make some changes in my daily routine because I got to take care of my diabetes. Why? Because my diabetes, handling it, controlling it, is important to me. Not important to you. It's important to me. I've got to do what I got to do to take care of my diabetes. I pray that this is resonating with at least 2 or 3 of you, if not all of you. But this is real here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. We got families that need things. If we can get this business going, we can help our families in ways that they would have never even imagined. Let's continue, because my passion sometimes overflows. Next one, 10 follow-ups per day. I said that's 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, or 10 minutes per follow-up. That equals 12 hours per week. How much time are you spending with follow-ups per week? You've heard me say the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. Email and communication checks per day, 20 to 35 minutes per day. That's 3.5 hours per week. I am breaking it down like a fraction for you. Contact list management, 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's 2.5 hours per week. Again, this is not your schedule that you have to keep. I'm not your boss. I don't want to be anybody's boss. None of us are our team members' bosses. We're not bosses, but we're just trying to help you understand you've got to act on these business activities. You got to give it some time. Okay, your team communications per week. I said 2 hours per week. Now, if you add all of this up, you're looking at 27 hours per week. Now, can you do that? I don't know. That can only be answered by you. That can only be answered by you. Can you give it 10 hours a week? Well, how do you break down 10 hours a week? Can you give it 15 hours a week? How do you break that down? You decide. There are things you've got to do. You work them in when you can work them in. If many of you keep an 11 p.m. bedtime, maybe if you want to be successful in your business, maybe your bedtime needs to go to 1 a.m. It ain't going to kill you. I don't know. I'm not saying change your 11 p.m. bedtime to 1 a.m. That decision has to come from you. It's all about your desire. How bad do you want to be successful in your business? Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Go get 'em, Bruce Lee. Now, that is the first half of our training. I'm going to ask right now for any questions or clarity is needed by anyone. Anybody want to comment? Just unmute your phone and talk to me. How are you with what you just saw? Because I got more to give you. But let's talk about what we just saw. Anybody wants to make any comments? Any questions?
No, okay, just keep talking.
Everybody okay? Somebody say something to me.
I don't want to say anything to you. Just keep talking. Do your job.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, I think so, Mr. Flynn. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Who's speaking?
Okay, this is Coach Parker.
Coach Parker. Coach Parker. Do you like what you saw? I know you got a glimpse of this from the leadership perspective on Thursday night.
Yes.
You want to any comments, Coach Parker, about anything you saw, or you want me to repeat, or clarity on anything? Any of your team members need clarity. That's what this is for.
I'm still a part of my team right now. I think they're pretty exciting. They don't have any questions at the moment.
Okay. Okay, somebody tell me, is this helping you? Has this helped you?
Yeah, Mr. Flynn.
Go ahead, Mr. Young. Go ahead.
Yes, I tell you, this is one of the most awesome trainings I've seen in a long time, and I'm not saying that to pat you on the head, but to break this thing down like you broke it down, no one has any excuse as to what they need to do in order to operate their back office. I mean, right. I've been, in the system, and I've been having to find out on my own how it works, little bitty detailed things that I didn't know about. Right. And you have broken this thing down so well that a lot of people don't realize that no one in the country is getting this type of training.
That's right.
And I am just so excited to be a part of this group because I know what you bring to the table. And I'm just so excited that I know I got team members on this line. I know you're probably going to record this thing, but I tell you, it doesn't get better than this. Thank you so much for the work that you put in. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Young, because this was initiated by my conversation with you over a month ago, and I talked about that. So I hope you guys are being greatly assisted by this information. Because you're in the business, okay? Like my story, 5 birds on a wire. 3 decide to fly away. How many are left? Most people think 2 birds are left. No, 5 birds are still on the wire. 3 of them made a decision to fly away, but they never acted on that decision. We must act. We must put the time in, ladies and gentlemen. And we know how. That's why I showed this to you. Showing up at your job, doing your job, taking time to eat. Not every day, but every day. We already know how to give attention to things that are important to us. So, don't perpetrate anymore. No more perpetrating of a fraud.
You can't control the people.
Don't pretend to care about this business. Don't pretend to want to be successful. Be successful. Okay, now,
Thank you.
here's, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come out of this presentation here because I want to bring up something else in closing, and I need to run through it real quick. So I need you guys to bear with me here for a second. Look at the screen.
Doesn't say anything. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, look at the screen, ladies and gentlemen, and give me some attention again. Okay, what I'm going to do real quick here.
I got 2 kids to take care of.
Somebody said, I got 2 kids to take care of. You see? You're putting all your business out here now. We're hearing you talk. Somebody said, I got 2 kids to take care of. Well, my mom and daddy had 10 to take care of. All right? All right. So now, let's focus, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here's why I'm bringing this up. I want to help you. Everything I do is to help my team. Why? Am I just that nice of a guy? Well, I am kind of a nice guy. But I'm helping my team because I want to help me. See? The more I help you succeed, the more successful I am. Martin Luther King said, we're linked together like a chain. He said, I can't be what I ought to be unless you are what you ought to be. We're linked together like a chain. I can't be what I ought to be unless you are what you ought to be. I was having some conversation with some of my team members a couple of weeks ago, and I learned from my team. I listened. And I realized some of us don't understand or know of our products. So that allows us to fall prey to outsiders. Let me say it again. When you are not aware of what you have, you can fall prey to an outsider. Now, watch this. Is knowledge power? I say absolutely not. Only applied knowledge gives one power. Pay attention to see what I mean. Go into your back office. Click on business. I'm sorry, you don't even log in. Just go to your site. Click on business right here. And then it opens up a drop-down menu. Click on products. And watch what it shows you. It shows you all of our ebooks, all of our financial literacy products. Now, I know some of you have no clue about these products. We don't talk about them enough. And thanks to this team member from a few weeks back, I've decided I'm going to start including more detailed training and instruction on our financial literacy products so that we don't fall prey to outsiders. Pay attention. You're about to see what I'm talking about. Book 1, Financial Literacy, Understanding Precious Metals Investments. Okay. Someone sent me an email a couple weeks ago about this company called Carrot Bars. Some of you have heard of that company. Maybe some of you were in that company. It talks exclusively about gold, purchases of gold, precious metals. Okay? But because I know that one of my primary products is on understanding precious metals, they could not recruit me. Their conversation was a total failure on their part. In fact, I was able to flip the script. Because while they're talking to me about joining some company for hundreds or thousands of dollars to start just to get some gold, hey, I talked to him about Four Corners Alliance Group, where just one of our products is on understanding precious metals, how it works, and our newsletter. So I'm not going to be able to be moved to another company to learn about gold. If I want to know about gold, I just open up my own book. Okay, watch this. Look at the bonus 2. how to start your own MLM business. There's some companies out there talking about binary options. Why would you want to go to another company to learn about binary options, trading binary options, when it's information right here on your level 2 financial literacy? Now, this is the one that really gets me. Level 2, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, a guide for the rest of us. There's some folks out there trying to move people to their company to learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's right here in your own company. Level 2 information on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. If you want to really know about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, read the Level 2 book on specifically Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. See, when you don't know, you can fall prey to outsiders. So there they are now trying to recruit you because you're not trying to recruit them. So now they're having their conversation. They're throwing their passion for what they're doing on you instead of you throwing your passion for what you're doing on them. And you got the better deal. You don't like Four Corners? Yeah? You bad. You Michael Jackson bad. You bad. Go to company ABC and see what you got to do over there to succeed. You're not a quitter. You're determined. You got stick-to-itiveness. Company ABC don't work out. Go to company XYZ. Find out what you got to do over there to succeed. Every week, every month. Oh, you really are all that? Ain't no company good enough for you? Tell you what you do. You bad. You Michael Jackson bad. Start your own company. See what you got to do to succeed. Four Corners ain't no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Credit card debt. Look at some of the things that it's teaching you here. You have this already. Just download it. This is just level 3. The do's and don'ts of the credit card game. How to get the credit card of your choice. Look at this. Economics. The truth behind the spin. I'll bet you Barack Obama understands this. The way he turned the economy around when everybody was against him and said it would not work. Definition of economics. How the markets work. Now, don't get me wrong. I have not read this stuff. I have not read most of these books. However, I know what my products are. So I'm not going to fall prey. I will not be a victim to somebody else's ploys. Somebody talks to me about anything regarding finance, I ain't hearing it. They might open my mind to looking at one of my books, but I'm not going over there with them. I'm not doing anything else. There is nothing out there that can compete with Four Corners Alliance Group. Everything that you could want and need in business is right here. Keep looking. Multiple streams of income. How many times do people talk to you, have come to you, and have come to me trying to sell me on multiple streams of income? Diversification. They want to sound smart. Right? Multiple. But you know what? If they read this book, Multiple Streams of Income, you know what they find out? That there's a time for multiple streams of income, and then there's a time to stay focused on one thing until successful, so that you can then diversify and create multiple streams of income. But when you're struggling trying to get one thing off the ground, that ain't the time to try to take on 2 things to get off the ground, 3 things to get off the ground, and try to look like you all that because you're multiple streams of income. Get this thing going. Get it going. Build your business. Focus on Four Corners. Recruit. Make sure your settings are right. Get it in autopilot as best as you can get it. Manage your time as best you can. Get 1,500, 2,000 a week hitting your household. Now you've got some disposable income that you can diversify with. That's what's in this book here. Read it for yourself. Understand the timing. It talks about definition of a business cycle. If you really want to understand multiple streams of income, how to acquire it. You got to stay focused right now. I believe in multiple. I want multiple streams of income. I need multiple streams of income. I'm putting together an email right now by something out there by Ron Paul, the congressman. He's talking about a pending financial crisis this country is about to be hit with, unlike anything we've ever seen. I'm going to send out the email to everybody probably sometime tomorrow. I'm just putting it together right now. I want you to watch it because I have a more keen interest now on financial matters because of Four Corners Alliance Group. So anything governing, financial matters, I want to hear about it right now. See, I used to have a subscription to Essence magazine, Jet magazine. Because of the Four Corners, I now have a subscription to Fortune magazine, Kiplinger's Finance magazine, Black Enterprise. I have subscriptions now to magazines that help me understand finance because I am the CEO of my own financial literacy global marketing company. Look at what happened a couple of weeks ago over in Greece when their economy failed, when those people could not go to their own ATM machine to pull out $20 or 20 euros. What if that happened here in the States? It could. It could. What if you have all of your eggs in just with the U.S. dollar? What happens if the U.S. dollar fails? What's your plan B? Financial, literacy says Four Corners helps us appreciate. Give some attention to some of the other financial markets. Okay, let's keep looking. The Insider's Guide to Swing Trading. Swing trading? Why? No. Swing trading from the economic perspective. What is that? Look at hedge funds. Why investors love them and why you should too. I don't know anything about hedge funds. But according to this, here's what it says. Hedge funds can make people rich. Is that simple? Or is it? The fact is, there's a lot to know about how to make these enigmatic funds work in your favor. That's what this guide is all about. So, somebody comes to me about a hedge fund, a Bernie Madoff type situation. No, I'm not going to be susceptible. I'm going to just download my level 4 hedge funds manual and skim through it. I don't have to study it, but just skim through it and see what it opens my mind to. This is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have. We're only talking about level 4. Keep looking. Binary options. 5 valuable lessons learned in the trenches. Real estate. Residential real estate. The essential guide to investing in residential real estate. I've never done that before, but if I have an interest and I want to do that, I've got detailed instruction. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said in one of those Terminator movies, I have detailed files. I have detailed files. And you do. You've got detailed files. I don't know what Forex tradings are. I don't know what that is. But I'm not going to go pay a financial advisor to find out. I'm going to look through my books. Credit card issues. I'm not going to go pay a credit repair company like many of us have done. You've gone to pay a credit repair company when you can download your level 2 literacy books. Keep looking. Look at level 6. We're getting into some things with level 6. Investment principles, the time value of money. Look at this. Real estate investments trust. People, this is no joke. It's time that you stop playing with your business. These things of discussion here are life altering. It's nothing to play with. Just want to bring that to your attention because I care about you. I inspect what I expect. When I looked at my company, talked to my team members, I realized too many of us are not aware of what we have our hands on. Now that you know and you decide to do nothing with it, I'm okay with that. Remember, we train on how we learn. Okay? Just as a reminder, whatever we do, we learn to do it in 4 stages. From walking, from driving a car, to eating, we first were unconsciously incompetent. That means we did not know that we did not know. When you're unconsciously incompetent, it's not your fault because you don't even know that you don't know. That's what unconscious incompetence means. But when something, life, or someone brings it to your attention, now you reach stage 2, conscious incompetence, where now you know that you don't know. Sounds terrible, but that's a great place to be when you know that you don't know, because that's when learning occurs if you want to learn. That's when you'll plug into training. That's when you read books. That's when you ask questions. That's when you practice. That's when you study because you're trying to learn something that you want to learn. And from the practice of learning, you reach stage 3, conscious competence. Now you know that you know. And through the practice of doing what you know so long, you reach the final stage, stage 4, unconscious competence, where you're so good at doing something that you don't even have to think about it. It's like the way you drive a car now. You're so natural and so good at driving a car, you don't have to think about it. It just happens automatically almost. But it wasn't that way when you first learned to drive a car. You had to focus. You kept 2 hands on the wheel. You adjusted. You did everything right. Seat belt was on. You knew exactly what the speed limit was. You never missed a sign. You were focused. But you did that so long, it became natural with you. Keep looking. So, are you going to remember? Only applied knowledge gives one power. For what good is having knowledge of something if you're not going to use it? Isn't that the same as reading the instruction manual when you know you have no intention of following the instructions? Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Go get 'em, Bruce Lee. Now, I'm going to close with one more thing I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to let you guys do what you need to do on Saturday. This one, I think, is going to shock many of you. Now, when you go to your back office, when you go to your website, and I hope 2 or 3 of you are listening, particularly watching what I'm about to show you. Now, don't log into your back office. Just go to your website, click on Making Money. I'm going to encourage you to just click on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. I'm going to show you the 6th one. But click on these 5 items and just skim through them. Spend 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, just to look through them. But what I'm going to highlight for you now is this little last item here called qualifications. Many of you don't know that Four Corners does have qualifications. But it is so automated and so beautifully designed, they basically seemingly don't even exist. but they do exist. Watch what the qualifications are. Now, again, I'm showing you this from my site, but it's on your site too. Watch this. Qualifications. Excuse me. I'm going to read this to you. You are an independent business owner partnering with Four Corners Alliance Group to earn money. All you need is the desire to supplement or even completely replace your current income, together with the drive to do something about it. I love this. Now, watch this. As an active subscriber of the monthly newsletter and a purchaser of the Four Corners product range, remember those settings? Says you will automatically be purchasing the required PV or product volume to remain a qualified affiliate. Some of you knew that. Most of you did not. But in 5 minutes, all of you will know that. Let me read it to you again, because some of you heard it, you read it with me, and now you're sitting there scratching your head or plucking yourself in the head like you had a V8. You know? Check this out. As an active subscriber of the monthly newsletter, how many of you are not on the newsletter? You see? I've had people on my team say, well, I don't see why I need to be on the newsletter. I don't need to be on the newsletter. Okay. See, they don't understand the compensation plan. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I did a training on the compensation plan, and I opened it with compensation plans are there to govern your behavior. If you don't understand the compensation plan, your behavior will be improper. So let's read this again. As an active subscriber of the monthly newsletter and a purchaser of the Four Corners product range, you will automatically be purchasing the required PV to remain a qualified affiliate. Check out this thing I underline here at the bottom. To maintain your active membership status, you need to purchase a minimum of $10, 10 per PV, per 180 days. That's 6 months. This company is brilliant. So, in other words, you get in this business, they'll let you stay active. They will pay you as an active subscriber if all you did was purchase a newsletter once every 6 months. There ain't another company on this planet that can make that claim. That newsletter is the key. I learned from my sponsor. That's what we call the seed corn. That is what keeps your business growing. You stay on that newsletter, and that will allow you to grow and participate through all, I should say, 5 income streams. If you want the 2 other income streams, Starion. You set your settings as I showed you at the beginning of this training, and you will participate in all 7 income streams with the littlest of time allocated to the driving of your business, where all you have to do is peak and close, peak and close, peak and close. The rest of the business will happen for you. Ask the question 10 times a day, follow up 10 times a day. Don't worry about their answer, be it yes or no. All you do is talk to the ones that say yes. That's it. No's get you closer to the yeses. Ladies and gentlemen, I am gonna, let's see, do I have the lines open now? Let me make sure. This has been recorded, so for those of you that want to review this, you will be able to. Um, The lines are open. Any questions on anything we discussed today? I went 15 minutes over, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So you deal with it. It is what it is. It's important. Um, any questions or anybody requiring any clarity on anything we discussed today? We went through a lot of information today. People, don't be shy. Don't be quiet. This training is for you. Asking questions is a part of how we learn. Don't be embarrassed to ask a question. Make sure you understand. So, any questions? If you have your phone muted, unmute your phone just in case you forgot. Unmute your phone if you want to ask a question, clarity on anything, products. You can go in your back office to my purchases if you want to download your products. Sometimes people don't know, well, how do I download them? Well, go into my purchases from your back office, and from your purchases, you can download your ebooks. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, what I am going to do, let's see here. Let me go back here and see if I can find what I was just speaking of here. Okay. For those of you that can see my screen, when you go to you log into your back office, if you click on my purchases right here where my cursor is highlighting, that's where you'll see all of the financial literacy products that you've already purchased, and that's where you can download them right to your computer, and you can read them right online. You can research whatever you're looking for. Folks, I hope you got something out of this. Let's build the business. As I always like to say toward the end of our trainings, um, build your team, promote next week's training. We will be talking about another important topic regarding Four Corners Alliance Group. Okay? Promote to get your team on that training. Make sure they come correct. Don't try to get your team on the training during the training. That's a mistake. The time to do that is before the training. Okay? And grow your numbers. Make sure your numbers next week are bigger than they are right now. Inspect what you expect. Grow your business. Put the time in. Work. No more perpetrating of any frauds. Stop pretending. Put the time in. At the end of the day, make sure there's some sweat equity behind it. With that being said, again, this has been Marianne's baby boy, Harry Flynn, saying it's been a plum pleasing pleasure and an outright privilege. God bless you all. Make today the day that you want it to be. Take care, y'all. Bye bye.
Thanks, Harry.